Hi, it's Jocelyn here from A Balanced Life. Can I ask you something? Have you ever found yourself thinking that if you could add just one more strategy, one more routine, one more planner, one more organizer, you'd feel on top of everything? I think that's something that many of us do, especially women in midlife. When life feels overwhelming, we start naturally looking for something to add that might help to make us feel a little better. Don't get me wrong, those things can definitely help. But over the past few months, through one of the biggest transitions in my life, I realised that sometimes nourishment isn't about adding more. Sometimes it's about taking something away. For my husband and I, that was the decision to move. And the move is something you've probably heard far too much about. But basically, it was simply the thing that helped me see a lot more clearly. The home that we'd lived in for years had connection and family history and many chapters of my life, and I loved it, and I always will. But over time, I came to realize that while it was really meaningful, it didn't actually support the person that I had become. The maintenance had become harder, the isolation had become more, and the amount of energy that it actually took no longer supported me in the stage of life that I am now. And I think what many of us midlife women experience. Sometimes it's about work, sometimes it's a role we've carried for years, sometimes it's just the pace of the things that we add and we try to maintain. We keep assuming that the answer is to manage things better. But what if the real question is, does this support the life that I'm trying to create? And that's the question that I was answering with this move, because it shifts the focus away from trying to fix things about ourselves and actually looks at where we are. My new life here is about less maintenance, less driving, more nature, more walking, more some spontaneous connection with people, more space to think and more capacity to think. And that's why I've called this week's post, Sometimes Nourishment is Subtraction. Because sometimes the most nourishing thing we can actually do is take something away, let something go that no longer fits us. Not because it wasn't wrong or that they don't actually matter, but because we've outgrown them and our nervous systems are asking for something really different now. This is the final post in the Nourishment series, and it also marks the beginning of something new. After the short break for the school holidays, I'll be starting to share the Grounded series. We'll explore what it really means to create connections that help dual-wired women and our nervous systems to flourish, building a place that supports us as we are. I hope you join the link below and check out my blog post. And until next time, take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. And Gizmo and I, we'll continue on our walk this morning, making lots of ambient connections with people as we go by.